Sana was a 16-year-old girl, bright but distant. Her father, Mr. Imran, was a simple tailor who worked day and night to give her a better life. Father: Sana, eat your breakfast first. You'll be late for school. Sana, irritated: Papa, I told you, I don't want homemade food anymore. My friends eat from the canteen. Mr. Imran smiled softly. He didn't argue. He just packed her lunch quietly, hoping she'd change her mind someday. Every stitch he made was a promise. Every piece of cloth carried his love. But his heart carried a secret doctor's warning. You need rest, Mr. Imran, or your heart won't last long. He never told anyone, not even Sana. That night, he came home with a small cake. Sana, today is my birthday. Let's celebrate together. Sana busy on phone. Papa, I'm tired. Maybe tomorrow. But tomorrow never came. Hospital monitor beeping. Sana received a call. Her father had collapsed at work. When she reached the hospital, it was too late. But beside him lay a small box, wrapped neatly. Inside, a silver bracelet. A note said, For my Sana, when she becomes a woman, I may not be there, but my blessings always are. A year later, Sana stood in front of his grave, wearing that same bracelet. Tears rolled down her cheeks as she whispered, Papa, your last gift taught me more about love than a lifetime could. Sana, a bright 16-year-old, always felt like she was living in a world different from her father's. He was Mr. Imran, a simple tailor, his hands calloused from years of stitching dreams for others, but mostly for her. His world was his small, cluttered shop. Hers was the vibrant, fast-paced life of a teenager trying to fit in. Sana, eat your breakfast first. You'll be late. He'd call out every morning, his voice a gentle hum over the worry of his sewing machine. But Sana, her eyes glued to her phone, would often just grab her bag and rush out. I'll eat at school, Dad, she'd yell back, the door closing behind her, leaving him in a cloud of silence and thread. His carefully prepared meal would sit on the table, growing cold, just like the distance growing between them. Her friends came from wealthy families. They had the latest gadgets, wore designer clothes, and talked about lavish vacations. Sana felt a pang of envy, a quiet shame for her father's humble profession. One afternoon, her friends were showing off their new, expensive bracelets. Sana, where's yours? One of them asked, a playful glint in her eye. Sana just shrugged, a knot tightening in her stomach. That evening, she snapped at her father. Why can't we be like everyone else? Why do you have to be just a tailor? The words hung in the air, sharp and painful. Mr. Imran didn't reply. He just lowered his head and continued his work. The rhythmic push and pull of the needle, a stark contrast to the turmoil in his daughter's heart. What Sana didn't see were the late nights her father spent hunched over his machine, his persistent cough muffled by the sound of the fabric. He'd skip meals to save a little extra, putting every spare penny aside. He was tired. His body ached. But the thought of Sana's future, of giving her the life he never had, was the fuel that kept him going. He was hiding a growing illness, a secret he guarded fiercely to protect her from worry. He wanted her world to remain peaceful, untouched by the harsh realities he faced daily. His love was a silent promise, stitched into every garment he made. A few weeks later, Sana came home from a school trip, excited to tell her father all about it. But the house was unusually quiet. The sewing machine was still. She found him in his room, lying peacefully, but he wasn't sleeping. Her world shattered in an instant. The man who had been her constant, Her quiet supporter was gone. In the heavy silence of the following days, while sorting through his belongings, she found a small, neatly wrapped box on his workbench. Inside was a beautiful, delicate silver bracelet, exactly like the ones her friends had. Tucked beneath it was a note, his familiar, slightly shaky handwriting filling the small piece of paper. "My dearest Sana," it began. "I know I couldn't give you the world, but you are my entire world. I saw you looking at your friends' bracelets and saved up to get you this. Wear it and remember that your old father loves you more than anything. I'm sorry if I ever made you feel ashamed. You are my greatest pride. Live your dreams, my child. Love, Dad." The bracelet felt cold against her skin, but her tears were hot. Each word in the note was a revelation, a painful acknowledgement of a love she had taken for granted. She saw him then, not as a simple tailor, but as a giant who had carried the weight of the world on his shoulders just so she could stand tall. She remembered all the breakfasts she'd skipped, the harsh words she'd thrown, the times she'd chosen her friends over him. Regret washed over her, a relentless, crushing wave. She clutched the bracelet and the note to her chest, her sobs echoing in the empty house. His final gift wasn't just a piece of jewelry. It was the story of his silent sacrifice, a testament to his boundless, unconditional love. It was a love she finally understood, but could never again reciprocate. She couldn't hug him, couldn't say, "I'm sorry," couldn't tell him, "I love you too, Dad." The words were trapped in her throat, a permanent ache in her heart. This story is a powerful reminder for all of us. Our parents, our loved ones, often show their love in quiet, unseen ways. They make sacrifices we may never fully comprehend until it's too late. Don't let your busy life, your ambitions, or your desire to fit in blind you to the love that is right in front of you. Don't wait for a special occasion to say, "I love you." Don't wait for a final note to understand the depth of their sacrifice. Pick up the phone, give them a hug, spend some time with them. Let them know how much they mean to you today, because tomorrow is never promised, and some words, once left unsaid, can haunt us forever. Let's cherish the ones who cherish us, and make sure they know it every single day. Thank you so much for watching. If this story touched your heart, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more content that matters. Take care of each other.